It is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Here we go, 11. Great time.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there, and a first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Patriots at 13-2 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, in the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. That thing's going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. But now he appears to be in some pain. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Herbert. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
The drive starts with a run from H.M. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throw left side to Higgins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And they will be in the playoffs as champs of the AFC East, but as it stands right now, Charles, they still would have to host a game on Wild Card Weekend because they're still looking up at that #1 seed.
And that's when you tell your team, remember, guys, at the beginning of the season, what was our deal? Let's win our division and get to the playoffs. That was job 1. Let's not get greedy about the whole thing because whether or not they end up with a first-round bye or not, you and I both know this team's going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
21.
Now Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, these 2 teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here we go. 11, 11.
Off the bootleg. Jones. That throw right sideline is complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Take a look at this Patriots defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Barmore, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. To throw on 2nd down. Jones. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Omaha, touch. 12, 12, 12. 21, 21, 21. 11, 11.
Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seeds.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And off right side for Herbert. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party.
Still 1st down. Omaha! Set. Here we go. 11, 11.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on a catch and run. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Jones. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 and a Tyreek for the Miami first. Up the middle, a chance. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Miami.
Again, it's Achane. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action, now it's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And
wide open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Back to throw. Jones. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's now 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
At the 19-yard line.
11-11.
Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
11-11.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Khalil Herbert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots continue to pull away here in this first half. Lutz with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off play action. Jones. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Meanwhile, Jones throw taken in by Fulton. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield. And down to the 43. 69 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Again, it's Pacheco. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
21.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Pacheco is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Well, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
The Dolphins getting set to go here. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right on the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here we go. 11, 11. 11, 11. 11, 11.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. 2nd down and 3. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
That's out quickly to Chenault. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's 2nd and 3.
12, 12, 12.
Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. Touchdown! LaVisca Chenault. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Dolphins 3. Will Lutz set
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. Taking it right down Broadway. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 35-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Tua now on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Hill is going to have a Dolphins 1st down as he'll be brought down just outside the red zone. Mark him at the 21. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
21G. Out.
Here's Tua. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Here's a give to Herbert. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go. 11.
Now Jones. Off play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Tua now on 1st down. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
21G.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa escaping the pressure right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Miami.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played